What's up, everyone? Shaquille Mahjoudi here for CBS Sports, and you know who this is. She marches into WWE Evolution as one half of your reigning, defending WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. It's right there on the nameplate, looking like Men in Black. Raquel Rodriguez, how are you?
I'm great, Shaquille. Thank you for having me. What an honor this is for you guys.
It
I'm also,
truly
the first ever four-time women's tag team champions with Liv Morgan. Let's not forget, greatest of all time.
record setting,
Record setting,
one of a
that's right.
kind, Raquel
History
Rodriguez.
breaking.
Yes. Well, sorry, it is my honor, so the nerves might be getting to me a little. Thank you for filling me in on any facts I might miss.
Understandable. It's okay.
Understandable. Uh, let's start here. It's been a long time since we've seen WWE Evolution. It feels like the fans have been clamoring for it from the moment we had the first one. How does it feel to walk in as a record-setting defending champion, mixing it up with people like Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss?
I would have to say it feels absolutely tremendous to be in this position. I'm not going to lie. When the first Evolution hit, I was training at NXT, and we had so many girls from NXT, so talented from all over the world, that got to participate in the first ever Evolution. And I wasn't one of them. So to say it was a little bit bitter is, let's not use that word. I'm never bitter. But to be able to be participating in the second ever Evolution and to be in the ring with Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, I'm really, really, really blessed. I feel like it's a very tremendous opportunity that I'm getting here. And I'm just really excited to be defending these titles. I mean, no one's done the women's tag title division like I have. So I know that they are feeling the same way about being in that ring with me. But I feel really great to be going to Atlanta and to be representing the women of WWE and representing everything that is women's wrestling.
Every time I talk about Evolution or I hear about Evolution, one of the things that come up is how overdue it is. What's the atmosphere like in the locker room amongst the women to finally get this chance again to put them on the center stage?
Oh, I can only compare it to what the locker room feels like on a Royal Rumble in January type of feeling when we have all of the women there together at once. And, you know, I know everybody comes on podcasts and they go out to say that we have the best women's division in the entire world, and we do, but we have the best locker rooms in the entire world. We have so many different women, again, coming from different backgrounds, coming from different cultures, who are willing to just be there for each other, to be sisters for each other, and to have that bond and to really just want each and every single one of us to succeed because we want the women's division to succeed. We want women's wrestling to succeed. And so Evolution is just a display of that. It's of all of our hard work, all of us coming together, being able to put on a full women's show. It's absolutely amazing. It's something that's unheard of. And that's why it's only the second one that we're ever able to have. And so, I mean, it's a beautiful locker room that we have. That's all I can say. It's full of love. It's full of support. It's full of women empowerment. If Wonder Woman needed a locker room and needed some backup ladies, here we are, ready to go. Sign me up.
When the road to Evolution started to unravel on WWE TV, Nikki Bella and Liv Morgan were very much at sort of the precipice of that. Unfortunately, we have to go into this weekend without Liv. How big of an impact did her injury have on this event, and how much are you sort of feeling her absence?
Her impact had it was bigger than just Evolution. Her getting injured and this impact that it's had not just on Judgment Day, not just on the women's tag team titles, but on the entire women's locker room is going even further past Evolution. It's a very unfortunate when someone has to sit out because of an injury, because of an illness. I know we have all been there. It's really, really tough. And it changes you for the better. It makes you into a warrior because now you're just battling something that you can't control. And so I know that Liv Morgan is very, very strong. I know she's going to come out of this even tougher than she was before she left this time. And I just want her to know that these tag titles aren't going anywhere. They're going to be in safe hands. But she has missed every single day, every single trip. I I miss her so much because we used to travel every single where we went together. We were staying together in the same hotels, and now it feels like I've lost my right hand and my sister. And so I'm just trying to keep that communication within us still alive so that she knows that these are still here waiting for her when she comes back.
Liv has had she's been a fixture of WWE television for a long time. I remember being in the house when she cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase. But through last year and into this year, it feels like she's not just been a champion in the WWE, but a real anchor in the television program, specifically on Raw. What should people take away from the body of work that Liv has presented, let's say, from like the start of last year through to now?
Yeah, I mean, they should take away her determination, her commitment to everything that is that she does to her craft, how much work she puts in. You know, she has been in WWE for, I believe, 10, maybe 10 plus years now. And she's been just hacking away at that ice, just trying to make a way, a path for her own self. And she's done that. And this past year alone is just the best example of the type of path that she's created for herself. Again, you said it. She was the greatest of all time women's champion. She has a beautiful storyline that is going on about love and friendship and, you know, all the beautiful things that go into a gorgeous soap opera that we love to listen about. I think there's really no words to describe what Liv has set for herself. But she's definitely raised the bar for a lot of women out there who are trying to come up into the wrestling business. You know, she's giving them a different angle to go at, but she set the bar so high with all of her hard work and her commitment that I don't see anyone else getting as high as Liv Morgan is right now.
The Judgment Day is a really interesting group to me because, you know, at least up till now, I don't hear it put on the same level as, let's say, the NWO or the Four Horsemen or the Bloodline. But I find it so unique that not only has it been such a long-term fixture on Raw, but it's really helped so many of its members sort of reach new heights in their careers. I think Dominic Mysterio is the example a lot of people think to in terms of revolutionizing his character. You are continuing your run as the most decorated women's tag team champion. We saw Liv be an absolute focal point of Raw last year. Rhea and Damian in the past, both world champions. What is the magic of the Judgment Day that allows its individuals to succeed in new ways?
You know, that would be giving away a secret to the public that I don't know if I'm allowed to give away. I have to speak with Liv on this one, but I do have to say that the one thing about the Judgment Day that I've noticed continuously over time, from when it started with Rhea and Damian and Dominic and Finn Balor to now being, you know, a whole entirely different group, especially when it was Liv before I even came into the picture. The one thing about the Judgment Day is that we are family. And if we let you in, it's because, you know, we're welcoming you into a club, into a group, into a family that is going to be there for each other, no matter what. And of course, you know, things, feelings, emotions, they all arise, they come about. But I truly feel that the Judgment Day gives everyone an opportunity to be themselves and to expand on that and to show the WWE universe that. And it also gives us an opportunity to have support like we would in our families.
One of my favorite short form pieces of WWE content is when they had a dummy of Dominic Mysterio's head, and Liv took maybe a little too much pleasure in swinging that steel chair at it. What that's about, I guess, is between Dom and Liv. If there's one superstar dummy that you could crack in the head with a steel chair, who are we putting up there?
I mean, Shaquille, come on, tell me. If you didn't have a mock-up of an ex that really, like, you know, just pissed you off, if you had the opportunity to swing a steel chair at them, you would do it. Even not an ex, a friend, maybe a friend who backstabbed you.
Oh, I have a few friends who I line up with.
Yeah, I have a few people I would love to hit with a chair myself. I don't want to name names and call people out, but you know who you are. I'm talking to all of you, all right? You know who you are.
All right. I wonder if this next person will be on the list. I always put out a fan Q&A, and I think because this was sort of a recent headline, a lot of people were interested in it. Kevin Nash came out with some critiques about your style, which I think is rooted in a desire to sort of be of the ilk that he sees you. Whether or not you already are, that's not for me or him to decide. He said that you work too small, that you don't accentuate the power and the strength and the way you tower over a lot of these other women. I just wanted to give you the chance to sort of share your side of it.
Yeah, I mean, if that's coming from Kevin Nash, I fully take that to heart. I mean, if he thinks I'm working too small, Mr. Nash, sir, with all due respect, I'm going to start working bigger. And I hope you are able to tune in some more and watch Raquel Rodriguez grow and get a little bit bigger every single time. Because if anybody knows how to be a cool guy, if anybody knows how to be a strong big guy, it's Kevin Nash. He set the bar for us.
Where does this attitude come from? I don't mean the attitude with the glasses and calling me out on my mistakes. I mean, like, being so receptive to feedback. Obviously, Kevin's a legend, but not everyone takes criticism in stride and sees the sort of like half glass full side of it.
Yeah, I think that's what's kind of kept me going for so long is seeing the glass half full, because no matter what, everybody's going to have their opinions, everyone's going to have their criticisms. I think it's great to take criticisms with a grain of salt, take them for what they are. Be respectful to know that, hey, someone else is watching your craft and they're taking time out of their day to criticize you on what you're doing. That's kind of a compliment. Kevin Nash has better things to do than watch a Raquel Rodriguez match and tell her that she's working too small. But for him to do that and to go out of his time, I fully respect that. And I will fully take that criticism to heart. And it's definitely something that I know I personally am working on at the moment. And there's some things that have happened that I feel have helped me step out of my shell a little bit more. But it's definitely on the rise for sure. This attitude, I feel like, yeah, she's new, she's fresh, but she's just feeling very confident these days. And so I'm just very excited to share all of my opinions and to get more feedback like that. Like, if everyone from Kevin Nash to Ric Flair to any of our other history-making WWE Hall of Famers want to give me critiques, I will happily take it. Please. Thank you.
I remember seeing Raquel smiling a lot in the early days. It's nice to see that nice white smile mixed in with sort of the new edgier attitude.
Yeah, well, I can't, there's not much to not smile about these days, so. It's
right there on your shoulder.
That's right. Look at her.
Last fan Q&A before we wrap up on some rapid fire, again, sort of near the top. People were wondering if you'd be willing to share what went into the change from Raquel Gonzalez to Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, I think that was just on a business standpoint with WWE. It was a time where they didn't really see any benefit of us holding our legal names and being part of our stage names. And so they just wanted to fully create a character out of fiction. And so that was really the whole point behind it. I obviously wanted to keep a Hispanic last name because I do want to keep representing my culture. I don't want people to just think, oh, Raquel, we can call her Rachel and think that's fine. No, Rachel is not my name. My name is Raquel Rodriguez. I am Hispanic. And yeah, there you go. Now you have it. Don't call me Rachel.
Well, and shout out to your father, Rick, as well. Speaking
That's
of
right. Thank you.
Last names in town. Absolutely. Hey, I know you grew up playing a lot of basketball. What's it been like seeing this explosion in popularity for the WNBA?
I absolutely love it. Not just the WNBA, but the NCAA as well, like women's college sports, especially with everything that was going on last year with the NCAA champions and now transitioning into the WNBA and seeing all the fighting on the court and the passion behind these women. It's just, I'm for one, I'm all here for the fighting. I know we need to follow the rules, but I just really love seeing the women in the forefront, especially for the WNBA, especially for basketball. It's such an underrated women's sport, and I'm just so happy that we are showcasing it at the level that it should be showcased.
Huh. The WNBA, the NCAA, evolution. Nice to see it all together.
Raquel, they could be an evolution. You never know.
All right, I like it. We saw some. Get some WNBA players on 2K25. I just saw we got a bunch of. We got Shaquille and Tyrese Albert, and we got to do this.
Yeah, we got to do it for the women too.
Okay, as we wrap up here, because I do have to let you go, I have a bit of a Judgment Day rapid fire organized for you. So I'm just going to give the topic, and you can let me know who from the group sort of best fits the bill, okay?
Okay.
All right, who from the Judgment Day is the grumpiest when they're hungry?
Oh, when they're hungry? Probably me. Probably me. Yeah, I get hangry. I don't like going without.
So yeah, my wife's the same way, I understand. Who is most likely to be late for their entrance or a segment?
Oh, Dominic.
Yeah, I had to peg that one already. Who thinks they have great music but low-key doesn't?
Oh, I'm gonna have to say Roxanne. She'd be trying to give us a bunch of suggestions on things, and low-key I'm just like, it's not what, it's not what La Güerita would like, but whatever, we'll allow it.
Not to cause too much tension before Evolution.
Yeah.
Who checks themselves out in the mirror way too much?
Oh, that's a tough one. It's between Dominic and Finn.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, between them two. And Liv. Actually. She's in the running. Top 3 right there. I think if all 3 of them could be looking in the mirror at the same time, all 3 of them would.
All right, two more. I'll let you go here. Who's the first to sing karaoke after a few drinks?
Oh, I think JD would be the first. He's the bravest out of all of us for sure. And I think even before those few drinks really get into his system, he'll be up there.
Who has the best singing voice?
Probably JD. Honestly, I
Okay.
haven't heard his singing voice, but there's a feeling deep down that I think he could carry a tune.
All right, last one. Who needs the most takes during a backstage segment?
Ooh, that's calling someone out. I can't call someone out.
Well, they're all kind of calling someone out.
In a sense, yeah, but I don't. Let's pass. Let's keep going.
All right, that's fair. I'll leave you with this one then. Who's the most gullible to prank?
Oh, probably Dominic for sure. He's just so nice and so sweet and so genuine that I think sometimes we take advantage of that for the best, all of the best ways.
Well, with age will come wisdom. He's got good company to keep on his toes.
Exactly. He's got
Raquel, I gotta let you go. I want to leave you with the last word. So ahead of your big title defense at WWE Evolution, if there's anything you want to tell the people, the floor is yours.
I just want to tell the people thank you so much for all of your support. And we look forward to representing not only the women of this world, but the women of tomorrow, the women of yesterday, the women of the future, and just going out there and giving you guys the all women's WWE show that you deserve. So thank you so much for all of everything that you guys given us as an opportunity.